and make it their own.
Uh-oh, I smell some a-hole, and it stinks.
Hey everyone, it's a little long, so I apologize in advance. You are forgiven. So let me start by saying that this happened last December, but the dust has just recently settled, which is why I'm writing it now. My wedding, apart from everything that I'm about to tell you, was a magical day. I got to marry the person that I love, surrounded by my friends and family in a beautiful wedding that my partner and I designed. But truly, if it hadn't been my big day, I probably would have found it funny, but instead it was like living through a reality show gone wrong. Let me start off by giving some context.
I like context.
I do love the context. My partner's parents never really had a wedding of their own. They got married in a courthouse. There's nothing wrong with that though, because they were pregnant and had to rush things. They didn't have money to spend on an event, so they decided to keep it simple. And they would do something big later on to renew their vows or something else. But they kept popping out children, 8 to be exact.
Ooh, that's it?
What are your expectations of me?
I want a dozen kids. I want a kid for every egg. I buy a carton of eggs and cook one egg for each child.
So they never got the chance. Whenever they tell their wedding story, they always say that they remember it fondly and that it was one of the best days of their life, so no one knew or expected what they would do. I never had the best relationship with my mother-in-law or father-in-law. They have that weird relationship with their children where they're just a little too close and it gets weird sometimes. When speaking about each child's respective partners, they always throw around phrases like, if I was dating you, I wouldn't be. Or, why can't you date someone more like me? Which kind of freaks the partners and I out, but we look past it.
Oh, God.
I don't like this.
This is weird.
This is very weird. When my partner proposed to me, it was one of the best days of my life. He did it on one of our favorite mountain spots with our dogs, and I cried. He hadn't told anyone except my mom and my best friend that he was proposing. He told his mother at Friday dinner, and she was fuming. Was she jealous or something?
Fuming? Oh, maybe because of the late notice?
No, she's jealous. It's kind of like a weird Oedipus complex thing, but like she can't control the situation anymore, or she's a boy mom and she's like low-key jealous. She didn't even try to hide how angry she was. I can understand being upset because he didn't tell her, but she went on and on about how she believed that she deserved to be there as much as I did, and that she wanted to get proposed to as well.
What?
By your son? By who?
Oh, this is getting super weird.
This is weird, man. You're weird. When asked, she said that I should be the one to propose to her, to ask her if she would be my mother-in-law.
Jesus.
No, that's weird, and I said so, and I told her it was a little silly, and she just stormed out of the room. We never spoke about the incident again. A few months later, when we had set a date for the wedding, in December, every time we would hang out with the in-laws, they started making comments about what they would have done if they had gotten the chance to design a wedding. Things like a tropical paradise theme, getting married on a sunny beach, serving pina coladas, etc. Wow, a beach wedding? So original.
So original, wow.
Flowers for spring? Groundbreaking.
You crazy.
No hate to people who get married on a beach, but it's just like she's saying it as like, oh, I'm better than you because I would want to get married on a beach. My partner and I have nothing against beaches, but we prefer the cold. So does Mike.
I didn't expect that.
We literally live in a fridge.
I can see my breath when I sleep, and I love it.
If Mike could sleep in a fridge, he would.
The thing is like, if you're too cold, you just put on a blanket. If you're too hot, what do you take off your skin?
You're goddamn right.
So we just smiled and nodded our heads when they made suggestions. We took it as innocent comments by two retired people who have nothing else to do but look at wedding shows on TV. It wasn't until I had to go wedding dress shopping that the issues started. I made the mistake of inviting my mother-in-law and sister-in-law to my dress appointment, thinking it would be a nice way to bond. But no, that would have been too easy. We get there and it's all going smoothly. I'm trying on a few dresses I really like, when all of a sudden I hear giggles that I recognize coming from the other side of the store. I asked my friend if she could go and check what was going on, and she found both of them hiding in the dresses that I had already tried on and really liked in a weird storage room that I didn't even know how they got access to.
What?
And replacing them with brightly colored dresses that were more for a prom than a wedding. I didn't really think much of it when they said what they were doing was for my own good because it was embarrassing if I showed up in a white floor-length dress to my wedding on the beach. I corrected them and said it wasn't on the beach and I liked the other ones. They rolled their eyes and walked away. My partner also took them to the cake appointment. He told me that they were insisting on getting a pineapple-filled cake with Hawaiian flowers on it.
Why? No offense to people who like that, but like, it's not their cake.
It's not their wedding. It's not their cake. That's bizarre. He also said no and moved on. There were so many of these incidents throughout the span of 3 months that I don't know how we didn't see it. Listen, if you want to have like a ceremony ceremony, renewing your vows or something like that, then do that. But don't hijack somebody else's wedding.
Especially if you're old enough to afford your own wedding now.
Maybe that's the thing, right? Like maybe they didn't want to pay for their own.
They have a huge family though. Maybe they just can't afford it.
Yeah, maybe.
Which is fine.
But like then accept it and don't try and hijack somebody else's wedding.
Maybe let's just make sure all our kids have pineapple cake weddings on the beach and they have to propose to me, mommy.
Got to the wedding and everything is just perfect. We didn't in fact get married on a beach. We got married in a snowy field. A little impractical and my dress got wet, but I had the best time.
That's so cool.
That is very cool.
I love that.
That's not very traditional, and I'm sure you suffered through it because you were cold. But if it's what you wanted, and like think about that, like white dress, white backdrop, like it would be magical. You would look like you were in like a snow globe or something. As everyone is arriving for the ceremony, I'm getting ready with my partner in a little room when my maid of honor bursts through the doors and shows us her phone. She was on FaceTime with another bridesmaid outside so that we could see what was going on. In the middle of a crowd of people wearing neutral and cold colors, I see this figure dressed in a knee-length Hawaiian dress.
What is her obsession with the Hawaiian theme?
What the actual Yeah, I'm sorry. You're kind of embarrassing yourself. Like, not gonna lie. Like, that's kind of weird. This is why we have dress codes. It's more to protect you from embarrassment than anyone else. It was bright red and did not fit in at all. She was wearing a sun hat. And of course, my father-in-law was wearing something to match her. This isn't a theme party, buddy. I tried to go out and confront her, but I was made to sit back on the phone and watch as my bridesmaids did it for me. They asked her what she was doing, and she said she was told it was a tropical wedding.
What? What are you talking about?
Tropical wedding in the middle of winter. Make her go stand outside in the snow. So it wasn't her fault, but this wedding also needed color because I did it wrong. They kept asking her if she could change, and she kept saying no. So I just told them to leave it alone, and it was fine. This is almost as bad as showing up in a white dress to your son's wedding.
Wear whatever the hell you want. You just look stupid.
Yeah, literally.
But trying to convince people that the theme was tropical, you're off your
You're
rocker,
the only
buddy.
person that showed up in a tropical garb, in tropical attire, and you're like, oh, I didn't get the memo.
You've had a few too many Mai Tais.
The ceremony went by easily, and it was literally the happiest I've been, but obviously didn't go without incident. I found out later, before I walked out, my mother-in-law tried to walk out before me by herself with a bouquet she got out of who knows where because she wanted to make sure the walk was perfect for the bride.
I don't understand. Doesn't the mother-in-law walk anyways?
Does she?
Sometimes, yeah, the parents
Yeah,
will,
the parents will walk with the groom. But she wanted to walk by herself.
Jesus. I hope she got frostbite. Just kidding. I don't wish harm on anybody.
Same thing happened with my father-in-law. He kept trying to stand next to my partner at the altar. So close he kept pushing him over as if to move. His best man had to physically pull him to his seat. During the walk down the aisle, they both kept talking loudly and voicing their disapproval of my dress, makeup, hair, decorations, etc.
What are you doing?
Oh, dear Lord. This is how to ruin your relationship with your son 101.
Making it about you and not about them. Swallow your pride. Do what they want to do because it's their day, not yours. And fucking grow up.
I would think twice about having a relationship with these people. Like, they're borderline, like, screws loose, you know what I mean? They were also told several times to quiet down, which only pissed them off more. They audibly gasped when we skipped to the part where someone objects to the marriage. They loudly asked in the middle of the ceremony if I was really that insecure that I had to cut that part out.
What the hell?
To which my partner answered that it was his idea and they should shut up, which they promptly did. After that, it was relatively easy. We got married and walked out. On our way to the venue, they insisted we give them our car, which had just married, on the back because we owed them. Owed them what?
Oh my God.
If anything, they owe you an apology. At this point, my partner just kept getting angrier and slammed the door in their face, leaving them to take another car. Once there, we thought that this would be the end. It was not.